Your daily market recap for Monday, March 21st, 2022. Let's go. This is Dan Max at EXP Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is my stock, Bitcoin, gold, and silver daily market recaps. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you.
This is Dan Max at EXP Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market recap for Monday, March 21st, 2022. Let's get into it. As always, shout out in the Discord room. If you have any questions about this video, or want any help with a particular trade, something that we talk about in this video, please join the Discord room. Link is in the description below. It is not hard to get in here. And yeah, and on that note, if you have any questions, again, check us out. Let's get into Bitcoin as we always do here at the start. It's kind of chopping, as we talked about. Again, I'm going to breeze through this quickly. 45,000, 35,000. If that fails, 30,000. It is just in between zones. At this point, do not give it too much thinking, in the sense that do not overthink it. There's nothing to overthink. The TLT put out an alert on this. If you check the YouTube channel, said watch the 130 level. We got a little below it and closed back above it. I'm referencing the monthly, the 100 month, as a reference as well to buy. I think bonds are priced in a lot of move. Keep in mind, the Feds talked about raising interest rates in December, and look what happened. 155 to 130 on the TLT. It's a big move on the TLT and in the Treasury market. Let's see what happens. In my mind, I think this is a good buy. If you keep an eye out on the Friday's action, you had some squeezing and buying, and then you had buying on the FOMC day. After a move like this, do not be surprised if there is a, I don't know, how was that, like a 10 point pop in this at some point. Again, everyone is bearish bonds. Everyone thinks inflation is going nuts. That is true. But will the market price that in and move accordingly? Because I think at some point, the market needs to price in a little bit of a recession probability. And at that point, that's when we'll see what happens after the bond market moves. Dollar, again, nothing much to say. As long as it's stable, going nowhere. The VIX put out a Twitter alert about this, the 100-day. It broke below our trend line. Let me adjust this trend line just a little bit. I think you can see it's more like that. Yeah, so far, holding, if you're a SPY bear, which you could have been today, and we talked about this. I didn't short it, but look at the Doji at the 200-day. You went from 415 up to 446. Not be surprised if the market pulls back. That's where I was thinking the TLT might rise. If you look at the trade, I think you can see the logic behind it. If you're unsure, again, stop by the Discord room. Not rocket science here. Same thing, Doji tight at the, you can barely see that little guy, at the 50-day. Watch out. Again, I'm not anticipating a market crash, but I could see a pullback, overbought condition, short term. IWM, which typically leads, keep in mind. Hey, looks, it broke the trend and put this level, said needed to clear this 206s, 207s. We'll see what happens. Not much volume confirming it. Good old gold. Nice and high and tight action. Needs to get above the 20-day. Put out a tweet about this. You got to get above it. As long as it's sitting under here, I don't like it short term. Could pull back. Silver, on the other hand, looks a lot stronger. It is above the 20-day. That is great news. Sometimes silver leads, sometimes gold leads. As long as one or the two is leading, the other shall follow. GDXJ, we talked about last week. If you bought this at 35, great buy. Nice hold. Talked about, too, you could sell covered calls on that pop on the nugget. Well, this is the thing about selling covered calls, especially off the 20-day. If the trend is your friend, those calls that you sell, hopefully you're not holding them for a long period of time, in the sense that you sell the covered calls for 70, it backs off from 70, say, even down to 65. You don't really have much room. So at this point, you're hoping for time decay. I haven't done anything with the miners. I'm just kind of sitting, holding tight. I anticipate higher prices in time, but short term, I don't know everything. I'm not surprised after a move, say, from for the GDXJ, it rises 13 points, that if it pulls back 4 or 5 points, 6 points, it's not the end of the world. It's just an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. And 20-day, same thing. Nice buys if you bought it down there. AEM. Good. Nice work, my man Eric, talking about buying this stock on the pullbacks. It always, it seems to be working. Nice pullback. I think you got around 57. Yeah, looks good. If he sold covered calls, he probably sold it out of the money. Nice play. Probably buy those back. Nice little premium, make 20, 30, 40%. AG, same thing. Watch out for this 14 level in the sense that you need to get over it. Once you can get over 14s, the highway is open to higher prices. As you can see, once you get over this little area here, maybe I'll draw the box for the weekly just so you can see very clearly. Once we can clear this, there's really nothing stopping us until probably 19, which is a great trade, especially when you were buying the dips here. We talked about the pullbacks. PAAS, I was watching that today. It wasn't really acting that great. It's consolidating. It's above. I mean, I guess it's actually at the highs from November. Just keep an eye on it. Letter X, man, I'm glad I bought a little bit of this, but I wish I would have bought maybe more on the dip. Check out the weekly. I think we might be breaking the downtrend. I apologize, more actually like on the monthly. You can see it here. Let me thicken it out for you. Today, Junior. Let's change the color so it's very obvious. We'll call it a green because it is the start of the trend. Once you clear it, yep, we're there. We're in firing distance. So let's see what happens. Commodities look good. VALE, and again, this is another one bought at 17. Congratulations, because you are now up near 20. Do the math. That is a solid return in 4 days, 5 days. CCJ, this is another one we talked about. Buy on the 20-day. Nice work. 23 up to 30. At this point, don't get greedy. Don't chase it. But if you have to sell some into the strength to buy the dips, I mean, that's part of trading. I mean, you just never know. And at this point, you zoom out, I think 31 might be a resistance. Let's just call it what it is. But you don't know until you get there. You just don't know. Let's look at the tech sector, the sector that I just don't really care about. But it is basing. It could be breaking out. Could be a trap. Again, this is the problem when I look at the monthlies. I just go, I don't want to fuck with that. And excuse my language. Like, that is a monster up move. 11 to 170, 160s. Ugh. The risk is reward is not necessarily in my favor, but it is holding the 20-day. I mean, that's the only thing you got going for it. At this point, hey, if you're a bull, great. If you're a bear, be careful. Apple, same kind of thing. Coming into this downtrend, I drew a circle last week. I would not be surprised. See what happens from there. MicroStrategy, I saw that thing was down, not getting slammed, but it was down a decent amount, 17 points. I mean, it's struggling up against resistance in the 450s. Not a surprise. Support equals resistance. If you don't understand that, Google the videos on this channel. Support equals resistance. Stop by the Discord room. And if you're thinking about it, slap a like on this video if you've gotten this far into it. Let's get into our friend Roblox, who, wow. You know, we talked about this wedge at some point, hit it, closed right at the, like 20-day. This one's tough. I mean, would I short it? No. Would I buy it? Maybe in the low 40s. Again, it's gotten rocked. I mean, remember, it was at 140. So it has risk reward. It's just, what's the best way to describe it? You know, for each their own. Tesla, when you're at the channel high on the daily, this is the problem on the monthly, is that we hit the channel lows. Are we going to go back up to the channel highs after this, you know, big of a move? Again, 74, 1300. I don't want to chase that because I've traded for a long period of time, and I know what chasing straight line moves does. It takes consolidation. Not to say that it can't retest, because if it retests, people don't probably want to hear this, but that might be the most epic short ever. Because I just don't think it's going to break out. I mean, EVs are the future. No one doubts that. But is it priced in? Like, is actually at some point, we've been talking about, I mean, people have been talking about this for a decade. Does Tesla actually have to produce the numbers that justify the valuations? I don't know. That's, again, it's not on my radar. I don't, you know, for each their own who wants to trade it. PENN talked about potentially head and shoulders bottom going into March Madness. Could be a little pop play. UTHR. I think that thing is just it. This is what's so hard about a trade, and this is the thing I think beginner traders look at trades and they go, well, what's wrong with it? And you go, well, it went from 157 up to 187 or whatever, and now it's going sideways. And they go, whoa, it looks broken. It's like, nah, it went pretty big, pretty fast, and now it's consolidating. I'd like to see this shake out the weekends, and you'll go higher. I mean, I think it probably gets back up near 200, especially if the market holds up. That's a nice trade, actually. put that on your radar. EXPI, again, we talked anytime you get in the 21, 22 level. Nice work, popped at the 20-day. I mean, again, it's easier to see on the monthly while I'm just like, let it take its time. Take your sweet time. They're doing great things. Let's just say that. I don't have information that I would consider insider information. It's just what I know from working for the company as part of my real estate business. I like them a lot. Oh, forgot Mosaic and CF. Crap. Throwing them in here now. Apologize. Yeah, missed that one. Oops. What did we say? Yeah, okay. We wanted to buy it back by the 20-day. We're hoping for retest. Didn't. Nice move. Congratulations to buyers. CF, same thing. 20-day. I mean, this is like 20 points pretty quickly almost. What is it? 15 points. Broke, gapped over. Man, looks good. Materials look great. I know there's some supply constraint issues going on with railways in Canada. XOP, I mean, we say 20-day. You know, I've said I think on the monthly it's going to get back up into the zone near 140. So far, so good. XOP looks good. This little gap on a Monday is interesting. ExxonMobil, man, up 3 points today. Yeah, they rallied back pretty strong. I mean, we talked about the 50-day. Call me greedy and hoping. And again, hope is not a great trade strategy. I'm hoping for the 72, 73 area at some point, but we'll see what happens. Might not happen. Anyway, if you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe. There's a ton more content on the channel, I promise you. There's tons of educational videos, trade ideas. There's just a lot always going on. And, me and my friends try to do the best we can to help people out. If you have any questions, again, stop by the Discord room. Link is in the description below. And I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching. For more trading knowledge and insight, click on the videos on the right. And also join the Discord room. Link is in the description below. If you have any questions, please stop on by the Discord room and let's chat. Thank you.